Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm making a video today uh, regarding the basketball players, the CBA players that went to China and were confronted with racism. China's rampant racism embodied by attack on basketball player. So the comments on that video are so racist. I've never understood how you fight racism with racism. Because there were a few fools out there saying racist crap. A lot of people are on the comment section saying this is the way China is. All Chinese are like this. I don't understand. The whole of China wasn't out there doing that. Yes, there are a lot of Chinese racist people. There are a lot of white racist people. There are a lot of Hispanic racist people. There are a lot of black racist people. Yes, this happened. But why condemn a whole race for what a few idiots are standing out there doing? I mean, this is the same thing that they do to black people. There's a lot of racists running around saying, I don't like black people because I had a bad experience. This is their excuse for being racist. They had a bad experience. But most likely, they had a fight with one black person or they had an argument with one black person. So now they hate the whole entire black race. Isn't that the same shit that you guys are doing, making the comments on this video? Because there were a few dumbasses out there making racist comments. I don't get it. I don't get how you equate a few of those fools and condemn the whole country. I mean, this is something that's done to black people on the daily, and black and Hispanic people is done to us, and we don't like it. Me personally, I don't do that. I mean, if I have a problem with one white person, I'm not going to hate the whole white race because of that one white person and say, oh, they're all like that. I mean, this is the main thing that white racists do to black people all the time. They're all like that. Don't you hate that? I don't get it. How do you fight racism with racism? So I made a comment on the video and I said these things, and of course I got attacked. I always get attacked for telling truths. A lot of people don't like truth. Some black folks don't like truth. So I got this one that goes by the handle up a little bit too late. That's his handle altogether. Up a little bit too late. He wrote this long-winded comment I mean, the stuff he was speaking was total nonsense. If you go on the video and you look at the comments, you'll see Eddie Berrios. I made my comment, and then, you got a couple of sensible people that know what's what, and then you got the reverse racism people, doing the same shit that's done to them, and they're doing it to other races. Because they didn't know they didn't only say the Chinese. Because of this video, they're saying, oh, the Chinese and the white and this and that. Everybody's racist against black people. The whole world is racist against us. Which, come on, it's not true. Come on. Intelligent people know that's not true. I mean, it's the same thing. How can you hate when this is done to you, but it's okay for you to do it to another entire race? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. I've been through racism. I've been through racism from white people. I've been through racism from Asian people. I'm not going to condemn the whole freaking race because of a few idiots to say they're all like that. That ain't no different than what they do to us. So, up a little too late. He wrote this really long-winded comment He was basically speaking about, and I'm not making none of this up. I can't remember all the exact words, but I'm going to give you the context of what he was saying. Up a little bit too late. He was talking about black people need to get together and not spend any money except spend all your money on black businesses. That he was saying stuff like we should kick all the non-black businesses out of our neighborhood. He said our neighborhood, and that way we can keep the money and the resources just within our, keep our dollars to us. And my comment to him was, brother, you're not being realistic. You're not being realistic, and you're not saying anything new. I mean, he went on and on. You got to go on there and read the comment. If my tablet had the batteries in it, I would have read it. But he goes on, and he gives this long-winded speech that sounds really good on paper. It basically sounds great on paper, but in reality, it's not a reality. It's not reality based. This is something that I for myself, I wish that black folks can unite and do these kind of things. I'm not talking about kicking, other races out of the neighborhood and all that stuff. That's just counterproductive. That'll just make black people look just as racist as white people. But you guys know what I'm saying. I would love to see that unity, but it's just not there. It's not there. And nothing this guy said is new. There's been groups of black folks that have been saying this stuff for centuries, for a long time. He was just saying black people shouldn't spend money here and they should stop spending money there and don't give the money to the other races, just give it to us. That would be great if black people would actually do that. But they're not. They're not going to do it. They haven't done it yet, and they're still not going to do it. I lived in every neighborhood in New York City. I lived in Philadelphia. The hood is never going to change. It's never going to change. You're always going to give the Chinese restaurants your money. You're going to go to the Spanish shops, give them your money. You're going to keep buying Nike and Jordan and Cadillacs and BMWs and all these wonderful, wonderful products that are made by the white man and Europeans. He was talking about kicking all the businesses that are not black out of the hoods. There'd be nothing left in the hood if that happened. I'm not trying to be funny about it. I'm just being really realistic. Can you imagine getting rid of all the businesses in the hood? What would be left? There would be nothing there. Maybe a couple of liquor stores, some hair braiding shops. There would literally be no businesses in the hood because realistic black folks know when black people get real money, they leave. They leave the hood. They don't stay in the hood. They don't say, hey, let me open up some businesses. Some of them do, but the thing is, not enough of them do to have full resources in the hood for black folks, by black folks. Not enough of them are doing this. They get real money, they're gone. And a lot of black folks go bling bling. They start buying bling and brand new cars and not think twice about opening a business or two in the hood. And up a little too late, or whatever that screen name is that you're using, and nothing you said is reality based. Not one thing you said is reality based. Everything you said would be wonderful if they actually do it. It would be wonderful. And there's a lot of black folks that do try to do it, but there's not enough of them that do it. It's not enough. Every black neighborhood you go into, what's there? Arabic businesses, Latino businesses, Asian businesses. This guy's talking about, oh, don't give them the money. Black people are not going to listen to you with that crap. These girls are going to the Koreans to get their nails done. They're going to the Chinese restaurant and give the Chinese people the money to get that delicious Chinese food. They're going to go pay for some Spanish food. That's just the reality of things. That's just the reality of things. The problem, the real problem with black folks, the reality of the real problem with black folks is they don't trust each other. So how do you unite? How do you unite a people that don't trust each other? They just don't. This is why there is no unity. Not enough unity to make a real difference with unity in the black communities. A lot of people get up there and they talk a good game. They say this and they say that. And like I said before, it sounds great on paper. It sounds wonderful. It's beautiful. But there's no reality to it because not enough people jump on board and do it. Hence, the ghettos are always going to be the ghettos. The problem is too many black folks want to be boss. Everybody wants to be the boss, and it just doesn't work like that. Everybody wants to be the boss. Nobody trusts each other, even on my side of my black family. I see it. I see it. Every time I'm around them, I see it. They do not trust each other. They do not help each other out. When it comes to money, no. And I'm speaking about my family. You can ask them for money to pay an electric bill, and they'll come up with 101 excuses why they can't help you. I got to get my car fixed. I got to do this. I don't have this. I don't have any money. They could have $5,000 in their pocket, and they'll tell you they're broke. They don't help each other out. That's just the reality of it. They don't trust each other because they don't even trust each other to get their money back. This is reality. So up a little too late. Come back from Fantasy Island, bro. Everything you said sounds great on paper, but the reality of it, it's not happening. And it's doesn't seem like it's anywhere near happening. You know? Everything you said, oh, we need to come together like a lot of other races do, like the Asians do, like the Arabics do, the way they help each other and this and that. It's not happening. It's as much as black folks hate to hear this, as much as I hate to see that that's the way it is, it's the reality of it. That's just the way it is. It's like that. It's like that. And that's the way it is. It really is. And, when I make these comments online, all I get is negative feedback. And people have the nerve to call me a racist. Why I gotta be a racist? Because I'm just telling you the reality of things. It's the reality. And not all Latin races help each other out. Because in my Spanish side of the family, they don't either. Again, they have 101 fucking excuses why they can't help you. You know what race helps each other out in the Latin race? The Mexicans. As much as everybody likes to talk shit about the Mexicans, those motherfuckers work harder than anybody. And they help family members. They bring their families from Mexico. You think they live like rats because they live 15 and 20 in one apartment, but you don't understand what the hell they're doing. You don't get it. For the ones who don't get it, you don't understand. They live like that because they're saving all their money. They're saving all their money. And what do? They open businesses. They open grocery stores. They open meat markets. They open fruit stands. They start landscaping businesses. That's what they do. And they give their family members money to start their own thing. So while you're laughing at these people shacked up and you say, oh, they live like animals, there's 20 of them in there, just remember one thing: they're saving their money. They're saving all their money. The Asians do it too. When the Asians come to this country, there'll be 10, 15, 20 of them in one apartment. But you know what? In less than a goddamn year, they own businesses. And we been here all our goddamn lives. And most of us don't have shit. So so the people who disagree with me, you think about that. You think about that before you condemn people because of their race or anything like that. And then look at your own people and tell me, what the hell are they doing? What are they doing that's different from these motherfuckers? No, I think a lot of racism comes from mostly envy. This is my personal opinion right now. A lot of people don't like black folks because let's be real, black people set the trends. Black people set mostly all the trends, whether it's dancing, they dominate sports. This doesn't fall right with a lot of people. That alone can make somebody racist, you know? And the same flip goes to Asians. Asians are known to be smart. They come here to this country with nothing. All of a sudden, they have everything. In less time, they get it quick. Mexicans come here, everybody, I don't know, that's the one Spanish race that everybody picks on, the Mexicans. But they're the hardest working Spanish people on the planet. They work. They work all the time. I've met many Mexicans in my life, and they work hard, harder than us. I met one Mexican guy before, what was it? Last year. He came with his family, he came with his cousins, he brought his mother, he brought his sisters, he brought everybody. They lived in the building next door to us. I swear to God, there was about 25 people in that apartment. But you know what they did? They brought two meat markets, one on the block that they live on and one in Queens. And they did that in less than a year. They live like that because they're saving their money. The Arabics do the same thing. When their Arabic brothers and cousins and sons or nephews come from Afghanistan or wherever the hell they're coming from, what do? They already own their store. They give their fellow man some money to start their business. We don't do that. Black folks don't do that. Why? Because you don't trust each other. And if you don't trust each other, there is never, ever, ever, ever going to be unity. Up a bit late, up a bit too late. That's the handle. Up a bit too late. Come back to reality, bro. You can talk all that shit you want. You can disrespect me. You can call me whatever you want. But my words are more reality based than yours. Yours are fantasy. What you're talking is something you wish that would happen. And I also wish that too. But right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. It's like the black community is a long way from that. Right now, they're a long way from that. I love my black brothers and sisters, and I love my Latino brothers and sisters, but a lot of us are just not doing the right things. We're not doing the right things, and we're complaining way too goddamn much. It's more complaining than actually trying to get something done. It's more blame than anything else. That's what it seems. We're spending too much time blaming others and not enough time getting up off our asses and getting something done so we can have something in this country. You got all these other immigrants coming to this country and they're just doing so much, and they're doing it so much faster than we are. And mind you, there's a lot of black people that own businesses in this country. Tons, thousands, hundreds of thousands. They're spread out. There's not enough in one community to actually make a difference in that community. That's the main problem. There's not enough. And black folks like up a little bit too late. All he does is complain. He complains about the Asians. He complains about the Latins. He complains about the white people. He complain. It's complain, 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 complain. But you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing. Yes, the reality is, listen, the reality, you want real reality up a little bit late. The reality is black and Latino people will never be equal in this country, ever. That's the reality. It's not going to happen. We can fight, we can protest, we can burn our own fucking cities down, which I'd never gotten that. I'd never gotten a protest where you burn your own city and you burn your own businesses and you burn black businesses, and I don't get that counterproductive shit. But we've been doing that for fucking centuries. There's a little bit of change, but it's never going to be equal. Nothing. Not the justice system. Nothing. That's the reality of it. You could you can spend all your energy just fighting for the rest of your life. It's good to do the good fight, but you have to be realistic. You just have to be a little bit realistic. A lot of you think things are going to change. Look at this thing with George Floyd. That is just an example I'm using. So much unity when George Floyd happened. Jesus, white countries got involved. Europe, Italy, France. We saw white people fighting with the police, destroying property. Hardly seen any black folks after like a week or two. What did it change? What did all that change? Okay, 3 cops went to prison. Well, three are in trial and 1 went to prison. But aside from that, what did it change? Right after Floyd, how many black folks were killed by police? It was short-lived. I truly believe in my heart that things like that are never going to change. Not in this country. They're never going to change. I mean, we've tried fighting, we've tried prayer, we've tried everything. Now we got Democrats in the government who are trying to help out. And what are they doing? They're not really getting much done. They're getting blocked by the Republicans left and right. You know, I've been through racism. I've gotten racism from white people. I've gotten racism from black people, even though I'm part black. But for some black people, I'm not black enough. For some black people, it just seems that if you're not pure black, which really, what is pure black? If you're not pure black, you're not black. If you're mixed with something else, you're not black. That's the fucking mentality they have, which is fucked up. It's stupid shit. So I lived on both sides. I lived on both sides of the tracks. I've seen how both sides of the tracks live. And in no way I'm saying both sides of those tracks are fucked up. I'm just saying they can do more. We can do more. Unity, yes. I say all for unity. let's unite, let's get together, let's do this, let's do that. But not enough people are getting together. There's not enough people to get together. We might make a little dent, but we're not gonna bust it open. We're not busting it open. We're just putting a little dent in there. And then they throw you a bone and you, like a starving man who they just gave you a cracker and yo, yeah, okay, okay, I'm happy now. And then you forget about the fight. And then you wait for something else to happen, some other incident. And then you fight about that. And then you get over it. And everything stays the same. You know, we're going to spend our whole lives fighting for equality, and we're never going to get it. We're going to spend our whole lives fighting for equality. Hispanics as well, the brown people, you know, the Hispanics, the black people. We're going to fight. That fight is going to last way past when we're gone, when our kids are gone, when our grandkids are gone. It's still not going to change much. In some cases, it looks like it's just getting worse. Because now everybody's fucking using the race card. Even white people are screaming racism. It's fucked up. It's so fucked up. Everybody's screaming racism now. Everyone. Blacks are saying that the Chinese are racist. And then you watch videos where blacks are attacking Asians at a high record numbers, and I don't get that. And you know, I mean, everybody's calling each other racist. Everybody's calling each other racist. People that perpetuated racism for centuries are now using the race card. That's how bad it's getting in this country, basically around the world. So that video of the basketball player in China sparked so much shit. There weren't that many Asians there doing that. There weren't that many. I'm not stupid enough to believe that the whole of China is racist. I'm not stupid to believe that all white people are racist. I'm not ignorant to believe that all Latinos are racist. Every race has racism. Blacks got racist. That's another thing this guy up a bit too late was telling me. Well, black people can't be racist. We have black hate. We have he said we have bigotry, not racism. Look up bigotry and what it means. Bigotry is a nicer word for racist. I mean, of course black people can be racist. Anybody can be racist. I met many racist black folks. Racism is not beyond anyone. But this is what we live in right now. Everybody's screaming racism. Anything that doesn't go your way, it's racism. Somebody looks at you funny, it's racism. Even the people who are fucking up and getting called out, they're screaming racism. Oh, it's because I'm racist. No, forget the fact that you did something fucked up and they called you out on it. You're going to say it's racism. Everybody's pulling the race card now. It's ridiculous. It's a mad, mad fucking world. It's a mad, mad world. Yeah, we got to keep on fighting. We got to keep fighting for equality, even though we're never going to get it. We're not going to get it. Black and brown are not going to get equality. And anybody who thinks different is living in a fucking fantasy world. Especially black people who've been going through this for what, 500 years? You've Black folks have come a fucking long ass way in this country. You know, I think black people are doing really, really, really great right now. But the racists ain't going nowhere. There's always gonna be racists to keep you down. Whether it's a black person trying to keep an Asian down, an Asian person trying to keep a black, it's all around. It comes from all sides. It comes from Latinos. It comes from everybody, all around the world. in every country. But it sucks when your own does it to you. Have anybody ever been to Puerto Rico? You got the light Puerto Ricans, and then you got the black Puerto Ricans who live in the mountains. They're called N-words, they're called everything. And this from other Puerto Ricans. It's no different than what's going on here in America with black on black. Get on YouTube. A million videos of black people bringing other black folks down. The murder rate among black on black, one of the highest in mostly every city. It's hard to have black unity when these things are going on. It's hard. And the main reason is there's just no trust among black folks. Anyone who's black who's watching this, you gotta know this. You cannot deny that fact. There is no trust among black folks. That's why there's no unity. Because if black people truly united, not only when a black man is killed by a police officer or a black man is killed by, a white boy. Not only when those things happen. If you truly united, like really united, like all the time, 24/7, God, so much stuff would change. So much shit would change. But I just don't believe that's ever going to happen. It's just not going to happen. These are my personal thoughts. And this is mostly my response to Up a Little Bit Too Late. Come back to reality, bro. That paragraph you wrote on my comment is just a long-winded, unrealistic fantasy land shit. Like I said, it sounds great, and I wish that could be like that. I wish. Except for the part where you was talking about kicking out anyone who wasn't black from the hood. That's some reverse racist shit. That sounds ridiculous. I found that to be the stupidest comment ever. You don't fight racism with racism. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. But everything else you wrote sounded great. And it looks good on paper, like I've always said. But the reality of it, it's not real. Not right now. And I don't think it's ever going to be real, to be honest. Anyways, this is Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. Peace out.